Grand rising out there, everybody. All you beautiful souls. This is Anthony Ripatella with Embark Spiritual Care. Thank you for tuning into the channel where we love to be a part of your spiritual journey as you are a part of ours. So today I'm headed to ceremony. It's a Sunday. It's a beautiful day. The sun's rising nice. A little bit of clouds in the sky. We have like a winter fog upon us in the basins. So it's a nice winter morning here in Nevada, northern Nevada. So um, today's video, I'd really like to touch on service and basically acts of service and what it looks like to fit into your community. And honestly, what it looks like to walk a purposeful life. Not saying that you're not already, but a divinely purpose-driven life, because I do believe everybody here has a purpose, a certain frequency that they're supposed to add to the world. And when they embody that and truly be original to what their soul is wanting and desiring and calling for, it really adds to the overall collective and the evolution as a whole. Even if that thing contradicts my way of being, it's like you don't learn anything without contrast, so it all adds to the total outcome eventually. And so yeah, and so basically, in a nutshell, you guys know a little bit about my past and how I went from that to where I'm at today. Like today I'm headed to ceremony, like I said, and I do a lot of things in the community, to just be a part of the community, and to try to be real with people and to open people's hearts and to have real conversations with people. And whether that's in, group settings or ceremonial settings or on like a work basis, just one-on-one with individuals, anywhere I go, I really try to be that, and sorry for the bumpiness. We're on the road here. But so I really try to embody that for the people that I'm around anywhere and everywhere, because I do want to add value to every life that I come across. I desire that greatly. I write that a lot down in my manifestation techniques. But anyway, so really stepping into who you are, and not everybody's going to serve the same way, like I'm very handy, like I'm on my way to chop some wood, before ceremony today. And so I'm very hands-on labor, physical type of guy. I've always have been. However, not everybody's going to add to the puzzle that way. Some people are going to add to it intellectually or creatively. And, it's just important to really embody who you are and to be able to add that to its fullest extent. Don't be scared of yourself, sort of thing. Because it really is all about just believing in yourself at the end of the day. And that goes for the work setting, that goes for your occupation, for your career, that goes for a spiritual setting where, you learn to have faith in something and undesire, like an unshakable faith, like you can't be rocked. And that you are protected by your faith system. And when you develop that over time, that's how I believe I've stayed so protected over the years, because I've been through certain aspects in my life that I know for sure that I have higher powers watching over me, and I've had certain prayers answered in ways that I just know, that there's some bigger agenda happening, that I am just a piece in this puzzle. But in a lot of ways I have free will and there's infinite timelines based on that free will. However, I do believe there's a small amount of soul contract destiny that you're going to go through certain things. You're going to have to wait a certain amount of time for certain things. And certain things are going to either come to you super easy or they're going to be more challenging based on where you are in your evolution as far as your soul goes, on higher dimensional living and karmic debt and all these things that play into all this. But that being said, we go through the veil of forgettings. So we don't really remember any of that stuff in this body in this lifetime. We remember fragments, and that's why we're able to piece together theories or realities and on our own belief systems based on fragments of thousands of others over time and space. Um, so it's kind of complex. However, we're all just humans figuring it out together. So what can we do? The best that I've found that we can do is following your heart, always tapping into what you believe and doing doing what's right in your heart all the time, you know? And if you do that, then you're living a holy way because you're guided a certain way. And and then from there, it's being kind, being of service, you know, don't be taken advantage of. I'm not saying never be compensated for your work or your actions. However, you have to do things with a egotistical, non-attachment to outcome type of way. You know, like when I go to work nowadays, I truly I don't think about making the money anymore, you know. I mean sometimes when things happen and I need money, for sure, obviously I think, "Oh, I need to make that amount of money." However, when I believe that when I'm stepping into something and I'm stepping into the day just of service, like when I go to my workflow day and I'm saying in my mind, how can I be the most value to these people that I come across? How can I just make them absolutely stoked that they've come across my path and that I'm serving their home or their heart or whatever way that I'm serving them that day? Because I'm a tradesman, I'm a CEO for a spiritual care company, and then I am also a manufacturer for lip balm and deodorant and stuff like that. So I have a lot of little different things I'm involved in. So there's many different ways I love to serve people: handcrafted jewelry, online commodity store. You know, my partner does a ferry business, but anyway, so there's a lot of things that we're involved in and love to serve our community in different ways. You know, and it's that's the most, I don't know, fulfilling way to live, I think, you know, is when you know that you're just making a difference, even if it's on a small scale, you know. I'm still on a pretty small scale myself. But I know that I've made a difference in lives of hundreds, if not thousands already. You know what I mean? Because I've been doing this consistently and with a lot of ambition for about 7 years now, you know, with really wanting to shape and change the way that people see their lives and think. So um I think it's pretty cool. You know, I've found my purpose in a lot of different things like that. And you know, it evolves over time too. You don't have to just find your purpose and then you feel like that's all, you know, because right now I'm at an age where my body's starting to hurt trade work, you know, like right now my ankle hurts like crazy. Um, because I was doing tile all week and on my hands and knees in the cold, it was exterior tile. Not too cold though. Thankfully I had a warm period above 50 to do that. But however, there was a lot of work there, you know, and I've been doing work like that for about 15 years now. And when your body starts to hurt like that, then you start to think about like, okay, what am I going to do in the future? Like I got to start thinking about training people and bringing other people on and giving more responsibilities to others and trusting them with my reputation and just little things like that that you start to, you know, and that's part of your evolution then, you know, that's part of you going through time and evolving with your path and with what your destiny is, you know, because I do have long-term goals and stuff, and that is in alignment with my long-term goals. And now it's like, yeah. So everything comes in time and everything will be revealed to you only at the time you're ready to like to see it, you know? Spirit or your higher power or whatever you want to call it won't give you any information that you can't handle, you know? Or anything really, any aspect of life. It will not give that to you if you're not able to handle it. Sometimes it does just to show you that you're not able to handle it yet, you know? That happens a lot where people feel like, oh man, I've got this. This is sick. And then not too long after either the relationship fails or their car gets repoed or like they lost a job or something crazy happens, because there was still some learning to do and some evolving to do. But that doesn't mean, it's like the Einstein theory, you can find 1,000 ways not to do something. But if you do the same thing over and over and over again, that's insanity, So, it's really a cool concept to live by and to just be a part of, because then you're able to see how you fit into the world around you. And it's just, it's easier. The world almost like guides you, and anytime you're lost, anytime you want anything really, all you have to do is ask for guidance. All you have to do is ask for some some questions. You have to ask questions, and it will be revealed to you. Because if you're asking questions, it shows spirit, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, that you're ready to receive that information because you're literally asking. So that will be it for today. Highest love and blessings. I hope you all have a great day out there. I know it's going to be a beautiful one. And make sure to check out the channel, like and subscribe if you haven't already, as well as check out our website. We have a lot of services that we offer. Locally and long distance. So have a great day and highest love.
How I'm feeling inside.